Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth. I am back again for your monthly tarot horoscope. This is the sex and relationships horoscope for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Taurus, actually. I think we're at Taurus. That's right. Lovely Taurus. And I'm using a whole new deck. And it's just about sex and relationships. I did not have it completed by Valentine's Day, which is unfortunate, but still. I'm using this Decameron Tarot Erotic deck. This deck is, you can read about it online. It's kind of controversial in the sense that there's a couple of cards in there that people don't like, and I took a couple of cards out. This is for mature audiences. This is strong sexual content and mature. Everybody needs to be 18 or older to watch these videos, or mature enough to watch these videos at the least. Because this is just, there's a lot of graphic content with these cards. And so I'll show you, I've been shuffling, but I'll show you. On each card, I made notes, okay? So I took this deck and I made it, my own, basically, because the meaning of the deck is different than, I felt the meaning of the deck was different than what was in the little booklet. Similar to my regular main deck, okay? That I use, which is the Shadowscapes Tarot. And I also just did complete a health deck, which I'm going to be doing videos for as well. So people have asked me, where have I been? And I have a lot of private clients now. I actually had a wait list, and I still have I think a little bit of a wait list going for this week. And so people are wanting to get in, and so in order to do my videos, I need like a full day that I'm just doing videos. I'm shooting videos because these take a long time. As you can see, they're 38 or 40 minutes long. So it's a lot of time to dedicate to these. But I really was so excited about using this deck that I said, you know what, I'm going to do these first. And I hope that you guys like them. Again, this is mature content, guys. So this is everyone for Taurus. This is, again, sex and relationships. Everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Taurus, okay, for March 2015. Okay, so I'm just going to roll it out. I've been shuffling. I'll shuffle just a tad bit more. Okay, so here it goes. Interesting. So you got some interesting mix. I'm just gonna start now. I haven't been commenting on, what each card is, because again, it's not going to match up with anything that's on the internet, and it's not going to match up even with what's in the Decameron Tarot. Some of it may be similar. I did take a few things from the booklet that were applicable, but for the most part, it's really just going from the images, from what I feel is going on in the images. This is, and I will say, this is probably the best card to get in the whole deck. It's not necessarily my favorite, but actually it is one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites in this new deck, but I'll show you what it is. You can see it's a great position, and they're really going at it. Okay, this is for you, Taurus. And at the top, I don't know if you can see, I wrote yes, 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 exclamation point. So you can fill in the sound effects for that. I wrote at the bottom, I said, sex is wild. I said, oh yeah, baby. It says, a satisfying, fun, healthy, committed relationship. Doing it again and again. Each time is more fun, better and better. I said to love deeply, to fuck hard, to have sex, hotter and hotter. It says don't stop, keep going, absolute perfect consummation. It says and love. Um, Basically, this can also be to love sex and just to really enjoy your partner. Okay, so for some of you, this is indicating that you're in the beginning of March, you're getting it on, and it is really good. Okay, and the person that you want to get it on with, you will. Okay, this is you and them. Okay, um, this is two people that are just, they're having the best time. It's a really good ride, okay? Everything is like clicking correctly, okay? So there's not really much to say else aside from that. We should just shut down this whole operation, Taurus. For those of you guys and girls, Taurus, this seems to me that you're on a good track. You're enjoying a healthy sex life, okay? This can also be if you're single, okay? The desire for this, the desire to really get it on and to really enjoy, kind of a wild time, but not like wild in the sense that like, I don't know. There's a lot of things that are happening here that make it fun, that make it good, that make it sexy. That's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be wild. Tauruses don't have to be wild, okay? They can just love sex. And so I think Tauruses naturally love sex. And this is to kind of have a really good, sexual connection with somebody, just to connect well sexually with that person. This could be your partner. This could be someone you want to have sex with. If you aren't having much sex, this is what you want. And this is what you're on track to getting. So you may not be expecting it, but you most likely will be getting it on soon here in the future. Most Tauruses have, I always think that they have eyes that are hearts, or they always wear heart-shaped glasses. Love is important. Sex is important to a Taurus. Anybody with strong Taurus in their chart, like a Mars in Taurus, has to have, this is very, very important. This is just enjoying it, like really enjoying it. Like, some people, there are cards in this deck that show that some people don't necessarily enjoy it that much. It's kind of gotten in their relationship. It's kind of gotten mechanical, or it's kind of gotten old, but it's stale. This is not how it is for Taurus. This is not stale. Okay, there's something going on here in March that's not stale. This could also mean a hot love affair. Okay, something going on. To me, if this is not your partner, this is somebody that you really want to get it on with. You have the hots for, okay? Or they have the hots for you. Okay, and what's crossing you here is this girl who you can see, she's wearing a blindfold. She's got all these, like, old lovers, skeletons in the closet, okay? It says, a woman who is looking for commitment at all costs. After having many non-serious lovers. Trust and loyalty and honesty are major influences. I said this will turn her on. This can also indicate indecision about sexuality, or interest in blindfold whips, domination and submission, or the desire to dominate or be submissive. So I was talking about this for another one of the signs now. I don't remember who this was. I think this was for Aries. You may be in a relationship with an Aries, actually. But this is someone who is kind of going, they're blindfolded and they can't see their way in relationships. They don't know what to do. Maybe I feel like some of you actually, this is the scales. This is the Justice card, okay? and again, I don't talk really a lot about what the cards actually are because I think of them in more creative terms than this. But this can mean divorce. For some of you, you're contemplating divorce. Now, why would you be on track to having this amazing thing and then have the divorce card crossing you, or be thinking about breaking up or divorce? Um, it could just be that you're not getting the sexual fulfillment in your relationship that you want. You're not satisfied, okay? And what the satisfaction card, to me, that's like the ultimate satisfaction card. To me, this is satisfaction. This is ultimately the best experience, really. It's fun, it's playful, it's good, it's orgasmic, right? And then, to me, this is a woman who's not satisfied. Her relationships haven't been satisfying. She's alone because she's unsatisfied. And, I hate to bring this up, but you see her hand, it seems to me like she is kind of pleasuring herself. And so you can't see it, but that's what I imagine she's doing. And so because she's doing that, it just seems like this is her being unsatisfied. Her wanting, maybe you are in a satisfying relationship, but there are certain things that you think could be better, okay? Things could always be better in relationships. You can always do more, right? Maybe the whole domination, submission thing is something that she's really into, or you're really into, or, I was talking about how this is very 50 Shades of Grey, this card. The whole movie is about domination, submission, and trying different things. And so that may be something that she's into, or that may be something you're into. It seems to me more that, because this is the female, I feel like if you're a female Taurus, this is what you want. Or maybe this is what your partner wants, and maybe you're blindfolded because you don't really know where this is going. You don't know where this relationship's going. Maybe the blindfold represents part of that whole, domination, submission thing, being blindfolded, being handcuffed, being tied up, you know what I mean? All that stuff. Maybe that's something that, your partner wants you to do. But at the same time, we've got this justice issue, and we also have this bisexuality issue. So some of you are considering, kind of wanting to explore more of your sexuality. Maybe wanting to experience a female, partner, or sexual experience, or guys, male and male. It can be male. It just, to me, it represents more female. She doesn't know. She doesn't know if she's bisexual. She doesn't know if she's straight. She doesn't know if she's, one or the other. And it doesn't have to be where, like 50 Shades of Grey, it doesn't have to be, well, she's gay or she's straight. She can be someplace in the middle. Like, she could be 85% straight, but 15% bisexual, or 15% gay, and so for some reason, she's not satisfied. For some reason, it's not. Maybe the commitment part is an issue. Maybe for some reason the trust part is an issue. She's having a difficult time in the relationship, or finding a committed relationship. To me, this is the same person. Okay, so we've got someone who is very satisfied, who wants to be satisfied, and then we have this commitment issue. Maybe it's that she has a lover or somebody that's satisfying her, but her relationship isn't satisfying. That's why she has a lover, So there could be many factors going on here. Maybe she's considering the divorce because for some reason it's not fulfilling her, or the relationship's not fulfilling her anymore. Okay, so the foundation in the long ago past, we have another very sexy card. And I wrote, it says a man who has amazing skills, who's good with his hands. And I'll wink there, okay? A man who wants to please. Okay, it says creativity in the bedroom, sensuality, technical skills are mastered level. You will enjoy sex with this man. Can indicate a woman who is experienced. Together you bring much to the bedroom. I wrote on the top, hot and orgasmic. Okay. And I wrote, what else did I write? This is also a man who wants to please, okay? And sensuality. You know, Taurus is very sensual to me. They are like the most sensual sign. So in the distant past, you and your partner, or it could be you and an old partner, had really good sex. Or maybe, you know, this is an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend. You know, you had really good sex. They were really good with their hands, you know. There was an aspect to the sex that you really liked. And the aspect was they were good with their hands and they were able to help you come. And it wasn't like a challenge. It was something that just happened, okay? And it was good. But then, in the recent past, we had this arguments card. This is lover's quarrel, okay? See our girls, hands on the hips. The hands on the hips are never good, okay? It says lover's quarrel, which will inevitably lead to sex. Being mad at the guy, but still loving him. Wanting him. The guy is patiently waiting for the winds of love to change, as it always will. Guy decides to do better the next time and does. Because he loves her so much. She loves him back. It says guy loses points, but gets them back because he makes the effort. Yeah, so you see he's kind of hanging out there in the back. He's like in bed and he's going, "Why are you yelling at me? What is the matter?" And she is just like, she's like, da 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 da. You da 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 da. You know, you've heard it before, okay? So you know, so she's going on, but you know, inevitably, you know, so it was like you were like this at some point, okay, and then. Maybe that was the beginning. Maybe you had just gotten married, or maybe this was, you know, your ex-boyfriend, you know, in the beginning, or your boyfriend in the beginning, and this is now, you know, in the recent past. Maybe you got into an argument, you know, and then the arguments continued. Normally, it's a good sign if there's a card that should follow this to show that you've made up. But it's interesting because, okay, so the first card is about things not being mechanical, things being hot, things being really, really amazing, okay? Really great sex. But around all that is these quarrels, these arguments, okay? To me, this is things becoming mechanical. It's like he's touching her and she's not really wanting to be touched, and she doesn't really feel anything when he does touch her, you know. So it's like he's touching her, but she's not feeling it, you know. It's something that's become mechanical. It says emotions are tied up in arguments. Man wants more than the woman. The sex drive is, they're not equal, you know. Maybe he wants more and she doesn't want as much. It can mean that she wants more and he doesn't want as much. And this, to me, the image shows that he wants more than she does, okay? And it says to not feel anything when you touch, and zero chemistry. So it's like you have zero chemistry. What's crowning you, and the heart of everything is this amazing chemistry, which I feel like is a different person. I feel like you have the hots for somebody else. That's the thing, Taurus. Whether you're a guy or you're a girl, you have the hots for somebody else. Because you have this other kind of storyline going on, which shows me that, you know, the chemistry the relationship you're in right now has little chemistry. The chemistry used to be really good, but has since it has since died down. It's sort of like the arguments should have gone to the point where you made up, but you didn't. You kept the arguments going. It's the same old arguments possibly that you're having, and it's leading to the cold. I feel like there's like a chill in your relationship. And the thing is we don't see coming as, it's this, to me, this is like having multiple partners, okay? And this is kind of a wild card. I'll show you. You can see where she's on this crazy swing, and she's got these two guys. You know, it's a menage a trois, okay? Basically, that's what we've got here. We've got a girl and two guys, okay? And it says, a relationship that is only about sex or is only meant to be short-lived. Female has no desire to commit or may have to choose between two lovers or suitors. If a man, the desire is for play and fun and not to be in a committed relationship. So it's sort of just like about play. It's just sort of like, maybe this is again what you're looking for, but I feel like the relationship that you're in, Taurus, or the relationship you were soon to be getting out of, you're going to be getting into something else. I feel like you're going to be getting a divorce. I hate to say that, or a breakup of some kind. And because you want something else, you want something different. And you might be going through this kind of crazy time where you may date a couple of other guys, and they may sort of, it might be fun for a short time, but you're not going to want commitment. So it's like this girl, okay, so going back to this girl though, she a lot of time really just wants commitment. That's her thing. Commitment and loyalty and trust. But it is possible that she's had a difficult time finding that, because maybe she's had a lot of different partners, and maybe in the past she's got into these arguments and it doesn't lead to commitment. Maybe she's had these lovers and then they argue, or boyfriends, and they argue and then they break up, and it doesn't lead to the commitment and the satisfaction that she wants. Because ultimately you want this. You want this, Taurus. This is what you want. But you're not getting that because of these people that you've been dating. To me, it just feels like a lot of you are dating, and it's just like it's not working. And if you're not dating, to me, this is like people in the past. Issues that have come up in your relationship in the past. Okay. In the position of emotions, okay. And I don't really like this card. It's kind of it's not such a good card, but you see what she's doing. I'm not sure if you can get the idea. She's kind of going under the cloth there, okay? So basically it says, a hypocrite in love. It's someone who likes getting all the attention because they were not given love and attention as a child. To lord power over someone, to use sex as power, like a trade, or sex in a marriage, that is what I would call a legal form of prostitution. Also indicates potential prostitutes. And it says, or call girl, or a relationship where there is no emotion in sex at all. It's just in exchange of services. So it's like she's servicing him, and there's nothing in it. He's not emotionally invested at all, and she's not emotionally invested at all. So they're just kind of doing it. It's just like an exchange. It's a trade. For this to be, in the position of emotions, you might not be feeling anything anymore, when you have sex. There might not be emotion in it at all. And that's not good, because then it is just kind of a trade. It's just kind of like, getting somebody off, and that's it. And that's not what you want ultimately. So we've got that, and then what we've got coming in from the outside is this little card that's kind of amusing to me, and you can see it's like this little dwarf type guy, this king and this girl, and I said age difference that does not affect sex life. Okay, size also does not matter. It's how you apply yourself to the task of having sex. Okay, the chemistry between you is great. It says two people with great chemistry of any age or size. Okay, and it says being determined to find great sex and be open to the possibilities. Okay, so to me, it's representative of all kinds of different types of people. This is one of the reasons why I like the Decameron Tarot, because we have people that are bisexual, we have people who are gay, who are lesbian, we have people who are have multiple partners, we have people who are all shapes and sizes, from the very small to the very big, and to me, this is an age difference too. So what's coming to me is, if you're an older Taurus male, you may be getting into a relationship with a possibly younger Taurus female, or it could be just a younger Taurus that is getting in a relationship with an older, it doesn't have to be a Taurus, it could be any sign, someone who's older, 10 years or more, possibly. It can also mean, having the partner that you may ultimately find is not necessarily your type, Taurus. Okay, so you might actually enjoy getting it on with somebody who you wouldn't expect to get it on with, and they might actually be really good and it might surprise you. So it's being open to possibilities. I'm not saying that you're going to marry a dwarf, okay? No offense to dwarfs. I'm saying it's possible that you start to open up your mind and say, okay, there are a lot of different shapes and sizes out there, and just your type, whatever your type has been, isn't really working for you as much. You need to go with somebody maybe who's not your type, and you might be very surprised that that person actually is the one for you. So being open, that's the most important thing, being open. Now, this card happens to be one of my favorite cards. I would say that maybe the most favorite card. Although I have several, but this one is great. This is the position of your attitude. Okay, Taurus, your attitude is. See this card? She is making some dinner, or breakfast, or lunch, in the nude, and he is also in the nude, which is unfortunate because you can't see anything underneath the table, but we can all imagine, right? Okay, and it says, the ultimate woman, okay? A great lover, cook, wife, mother. If single, the man wants you so badly and dreams about getting naked in the kitchen, or you cooking or baking for him, okay? And I said, what else? If you're a guy, I wrote propose. Do it now. He or she is the one. Okay. I say the ultimate romance. If a man, Taurus, okay, the woman in your life is Mrs. Right. Love up on her. Okay, she is ready. I said she is ready to take you on the kitchen floor if necessary. Okay, and exclamation point. It says, this relationship will go far, as this is the best partnership and the ultimate romance. Yes, and the ultimate romance. So, females, you know, he really wants you. The guy that you're, you know, to me they haven't consummated their love. Okay, he really wants. Basically, it's like every time you're together, maybe you go out to dinner, he imagines you naked when you're eating. Okay, or maybe you cook for him and he imagines you naked. Okay, so it's not like, to me, this is not where two people. This is not. They're not married, although it's possible that they are, and. Um, He's swooning. He's swooning over you, and he's totally in love with you. It is possible that you're married, but I feel like, to me, this is unconsummated, unconsummated relationship. Um, or you could just be dating, and you could have, again, this could be, you could just be hanging out. And I think there's a part, I think, and it was in the previews for 50 Shades of Grey, where she's cooking or something, and she's not wearing very much. Something like that. This is, again, for a guy, this is like the ultimate woman. You're looking for the ultimate woman. Maybe you're looking for this woman who's going to cook for you, and she's your Mrs. Right. And maybe, Taurus women, you're looking for, you're in a relationship with a guy and you don't realize how badly he wants you. He really does. So make sure you remember that, okay? Because there's strong desire there. It's like he has like X-ray vision. So it's like you're not wearing clothes. When he sees you, you're not wearing any clothes. I call it X-ray vision. So yes, there's that. And then the outcome is interesting because, again, we have some tough stuff. This is a career. I call this career card. When I see like a more career oriented card in the sex and romance. This is all about sex and romance. Okay, spread. Then to me, it's somebody who's their career is like really on their priority list. Like they need to focus on their career like badly and figure it out. And it's coming in the way of their romance. It says a career woman who has put off romance, who needs to start being interested in sex and or dating again, may want to have sex but not have time to go out or because of work, or may not prioritize going out and meeting a new partner or guy. Okay, so I'll show you the image again, where she is not wearing much, clearly, and she's got this purse that's got stuff falling out of it, some coins falling out of it. She's really focused on money. She's kind of like, maybe Taurus females, you're really worried about losing money, and you don't have maybe the money to spend on new clothes. Maybe you don't have money to spend on new makeup or shoes or whatever you would need to go out there and look good. Although Tauruses generally have a huge closet, so I would be very surprised if you didn't. But maybe you don't, and maybe you're financially struggling, and for whatever reason, wherever you are, whichever Taurus you are, whether you're getting out of a relationship or you're just fighting in the relationship that you're in, or you're lusting after somebody else, or you're exploring your sexuality and you're trying to figure out, if you want to date other women and you're a woman, or you want to date other men and you're a man, the situation is that Taurus, you may be needing to focus on romance and multitask, okay? So don't let your relationships or romance go to the wayside just because you need to get your career on track. It is important for you to work on your career, and it may be that you are struggling with finances. If this is the case, I want you to stay tuned. I'm working on another deck that's all finances. So that's going to be exciting when I finish that one. I haven't gotten really very far in it because I've been working on these other decks. Eventually, I'm going to have so many decks, I'm not even know what to do with them. But regarding the financial issue, though, Taurus, it's important to make some room in your life for romance and love and sex. It's very important that you do so. That's the message. Regardless, because money isn't everything. And eventually you'll get your career sorted out. And you'll want people to be there when you do. You'll want a partner to be there for you. You'll want romance to be there for you. You'll want to be having sex. You want to come home and have a glass of wine and have sex with somebody in the kitchen. You will. So make it a priority. That's what I say. But don't let me give you shit about the career thing, because obviously you're trying to figure it out and you're working hard, and Tauruses can be very hardworking. And you're probably going, well, I don't have time. I don't have time. But, try to make a little time if possible. That's the message. In March, because at the end of March, I feel like that's when the career thing is really going to happen for you. That's when you really need to multitask and put more energy into romance or into sex. Because at the end of March, then I feel like your career, you will be in full-blown career mode, focusing on career, saving money, worried about money. Don't worry, you are the channel for abundance. That's what I always say. So, and I think that's it. So feel free to contact me if you want to have a private reading. My email is elizabetholson31@gmail.com. And I will talk to you guys again soon. I send you big hugs, big kisses. Thank you so much. Take care.